Meteorologist Matthew East here in the Weather on the One's Forecast Center. This is the Friday edition of the Carolina weather video for this 14th day of August. A lot to talk about. We'll talk about our weather and then spend a lot of time talking about the tropics, as I think as we head into next week it's going to be a topic of conversation across the weather community. So let's start off with our weather locally here over the next several days. This is a look at the GFS model valid this afternoon, and we're still in a very similar pattern today as what we saw yesterday. So the best coverage of showers and storms today is going to be in the eastern part of the Carolinas. For the Charlotte and Triad zones, sure, it could be a couple of isolated afternoon storms pop up, but I think they'll be pretty few and far between both today and tomorrow. High temperatures mid to upper 80s today and tomorrow around the region. As we get on out to Sunday, a little better opportunity for some scattered afternoon thunderstorms across the Piedmont. High Sunday, again, upper 80s to maybe around 90 degrees in some spots. Monday, notice the best moisture begins to get shunted just south of most of the region. Again, I can't rule out an isolated storm Monday afternoon with highs not too far from 90. Tuesday, more of the same. Most spots dry, but I can't rule out an isolated storm. Now, by Wednesday, a better chance of seeing some scattered thunderstorms moves in as we see a little Piedmont trough develop and become fairly defined on Wednesday. So it looks like maybe a decent coverage of scattered storms on Wednesday, and still a few afternoon thunderstorms a possibility on Thursday. Really a fairly quiet weather pattern here across the Carolinas. Whenever these afternoon storms do pop up, they could be fairly strong, but really fairly typical summertime stuff around here. No major storm systems for the next 5 to probably 7 days or so. All right, out to the tropics. There's the tropical weather outlook this morning. We have 3 areas we're watching. First of all, here in the western part of the Atlantic Basin in the Bahamas, you still have this tropical disturbance. This will continue moving into the Gulf of Mexico this weekend. I can't completely rule out the chance of some slow development with that, but I think the overall chances of that developing into a tropical system as it moves into the Gulf of Mexico is very small. Then you get out to what was once tropical depression number 2. Notice it's trying to fire off some convection again around that center. It is possible that could try to redevelop again into a tropical depression in time here, and some of the models indicate that. I'll show you the modeling here in just a second. And then of probably greatest concern, way out here in the eastern Atlantic Ocean, just coming into this floater view, that is a very strong tropical wave. That's the one I've been talking about for days now. And that probably within the next 24 to 36 hours is going to become our next classified tropical system. So let's go to the modeling. This is the Canadian model, valid next Wednesday evening. And this little wave near South Florida, that's what was once tropical depression number 2. This powerful hurricane approaching the northeastern Caribbean, that is our yet to be classified tropical wave in the eastern Atlantic, and then it develops another system behind it, the GFDL. This again is the yet to be classified tropical system, or tropical wave rather, in the eastern Atlantic Ocean. It too takes it near the northeastern Caribbean islands later on next week. The Hurricane Wharf, it is one of the models that tries to redevelop tropical depression number 2. That's it there in the western Atlantic, and then approaching the Caribbean, that is the yet to be classified tropical system. And I know if you don't like looking at the models, this is sort of tedious, but I want to show you what's out there. This is the MM5, another computer model. It's similar to the Hurricane Wharf in the fact that it develops tropical depression number 2, redevelops it in some capacity, and then a pretty good looking tropical system there with that tropical wave beginning to approach the Caribbean islands. Whoop, and finally, let me get back out of that view here. Finally, the no gaps. That is what was once tropical depression number 2 next Wednesday evening, and this little wave is that yet to be classified tropical system. And this is a look at the European. I want to show you this because this is way out next Friday evening, the evening of the 21st of August. And that is actually the yet to be classified tropical system. It has a powerful hurricane, but it recurves it actually much sooner than most the longer range models do. Alright, this is the GFS, and I want to focus on it very quickly before we end the video. This is valid next Thursday evening, and that is the, again, yet to be classified tropical system, indicating a powerful hurricane moving through the northern Caribbean islands, actually sitting right over Hispaniola next Thursday evening. And from there, the GFS takes it again to southeastern Louisiana. This is the 0Z run. With each run, we've seen the solution sort of sprayed anywhere from the Louisiana coast to the Florida coast to the Carolina coast, even some runs offshore. It's impossible to tell exactly where this will wind up going, but a lot of models are indicating an eventual U.S. impact with that. And from there, the 0Z run begins to spread the rain and thunderstorm activity with it up into the Carolinas by Monday and Tuesday, the 24th and 25th of August. So the general idea here, tropical depression number 2 really lost the battle with dry air yesterday, but it's trying to redevelop. It could redevelop into a classified tropical system as it cruises toward the western Atlantic if it holds together and or redevelops into some type of tropical system. It could affect the U.S. coast sometime the mid to late part of next work week. Behind it, you have that tropical wave, which probably will get classified as a tropical system relatively soon. And that will probably has a good chance of becoming a significant tropical system, and it could impact the U.S. That would probably be roughly around the 23rd, 24th, sometime around there, say 7 to 11 days, or at least 8 to 11 days from now. So that is what's going on in the tropics. All right, this will probably be the last Carolina weather video until Monday week, until, let's see, what would that be, the 24th of August. I will be taking some off time next week, but check back then for the next edition of the Carolina weather video back on the 24th of August. All right, that's it for today's edition. Everyone have a great weekend and a great week next week, and God bless.